Today we will talk about the US Constitution and the Constitutional Convention of 1787. As we talked about in our previous video, the United States, fresh from winning independence, struggled under the Articles of Confederation. This governing framework was fraught with problems. The federal government was weak, unable to levy taxes or regulate commerce effectively. Each state operated independently, often pursuing its interests, resulting in economic instability and interstate disputes. Matters came to a head with events like Shays' Rebellion in Massachusetts, where desperate farmers revolted against heavy taxes and debt. This crisis illuminated the dire need for a more robust central government. In response to these challenges, leaders such as James Madison, often called the father of Constitution, and Alexander Hamilton called for a constitutional convention. Their aim was clear: to draft a new constitution that would establish a more unified and effective government capable of addressing the nation's pressing issues. As 55 delegates from 12 of the 13 states, with the exclusion of Rhode Island, gathered in Philadelphia in 1787, they were faced with the daunting task of creating a new constitution. The Virginia Plan, proposed by Edmund Randolph and championed by James Madison, called for a strong central government with a bicameral legislature. The New Jersey Plan, presented by William Paterson, countered the Virginia Plan. It advocated for a unicameral legislature with equal representation for each state, regardless of size. The debate continued until a compromise known as the Great Compromise or the Connecticut Compromise emerged. It established a bicameral legislature, the House of Representatives with proportional representation, and the Senate with equal representation. Yet another contentious issue loomed large: slavery. Northern states sought limitations, while southern states fought to protect their interests. The 3/5 compromise counted enslaved individuals as 3/5 of a person for representation and taxation purposes. The outcome of the convention split opinion. Federalists, including Alexander Hamilton, John Jay, James Madison, Benjamin Franklin, and George Washington, ardently supported the Constitution, believing it would create a stronger, more unified nation. Anti-Federalists like Thomas Jefferson, Patrick Henry, James Monroe, and Samuel Adams were cautious, fearing a centralized government that might infringe on individual liberties. Ultimately, the Virginia Plan served as the foundation for the Constitution, with elements of the New Jersey Plan incorporated, especially in the creation of the Senate. The new government, unlike the Articles of Confederation, possessed the authority to levy taxes, regulate commerce, and raise an army. This marked a significant shift towards a more functional federal system. The Constitution is anchored in key principles: popular sovereignty, the people hold ultimate power; limited government, government's powers are restricted; and federalism, powers shared between the state and national governments. The Constitution's Supremacy Clause establishes that federal law prevails over state law in conflicts. The Elastic Clause grants Congress the flexibility to pass laws necessary and proper. The Constitution divides government into 3 branches: legislative, executive, and judicial. Each branch has distinct powers, responsibilities, and checks and balances to prevent one from gaining too much power. Article 1 of the Constitution outlines the powers and structures of the legislative branch, consisting of the Senate and the House of Representatives. Senators serve 6-year terms, while representatives serve 2-year terms. They're elected by the people, and their duties include making laws, levying taxes, and declaring war. Only the Senate can approve treaties, and only the House can create taxes. Article 2 of the Constitution details the executive branch, led by the President, who serves a 4-year term. The President is elected through the Electoral College and holds powers like vetoing legislation, appointing officials, and commanding the military. Article 3 of the Constitution establishes the judicial branch, comprising the Supreme Court and other federal courts. Justices serve for life and are nominated by a president and approved by a senator vote. Their role is to settle disagreements over laws by interpreting it and ensuring its constitutionality. The Constitution faced opposition from Anti-Federalists, who demanded a Bill of Rights to protect individual freedoms. A compromise was reached, adding 10 amendments to the Bill of Rights, securing the Constitution's ratification. Although in order for the Constitution to be legitimate, 9 of the 13 states had to ratify it. In the end, all 13 states ratified the Constitution after the inclusion of the Bill of Rights, cementing the birth of a new nation under a transformative document. The convention marked a remarkable turning point in history, guiding the United States toward a brighter future. And that's a wrap. To learn about other topics in US history, head over to my other videos. Thank you for watching Studimation, animated educational videos.